What's up, everybody? Jersey here with the WCR Daily. Today is Tuesday, so Austin is here with me. What's going on, man?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
That was absolutely a pro right there.
I
That's
hope you're
good.
feeling better. I
That's
hope
good.
the cold is gone and
I sound worse than I feel. I feel pretty decent, so I'm just glad that the last day after the show, I like crashed in the hotel and spent all weekend just like sleeping it off, and I'm good. I'm good now. So yeah.
glad to hear it.
But how's things, man? How's your world?
Well, right now we have a tornado warning, so I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it is just obliterating outside right now.
So this is the
So
first time ever that if your camera just drops you, it may not be from just phone calls and technical difficulties. It could just be that you got sucked off with the tornado.
yeah, yeah. Tell window guys not to call me during the middle of my live. That'd be great.
Mike Nichols always ruining. Well, today, by the way, if you're here at all, want to comment, say what's up, tell Austin hi or whatever. But Window Guys is here, by the way. Give us a thumbs up. So maybe he's here watching. He doesn't need to like call you and knock you off the live. So, but now he's gonna call for sure.
Oh, I
Just
got my
because
phone
we
turned
said
off.
it.
I'm good now.
Yeah.
Got my computer
Boom,
working. We're good.
boom, Mike Nichols. What's up to just Jacob? By the way, is here. What's going on? But today's topic is how are you hiring employees? This is like a never ending. We could literally talk about this every single day because it's always the bane of people's existence. Like, it's always the hardest thing we do. It's always kind of the biggest pain in the rear. How do you do it? Like, how are you finding that you're getting employees? Like, what's the best way you found?
Yeah, I've never been a fan of the whole Craigslist thing. I mean, a lot of the big guys always say you could post it everywhere: LinkedIn, Craigslist, Monster, Indeed. I mean, you definitely want your applications everywhere. What I do like is Joshua Latimer has like a really good idea on the Rockstar employee. If your application process stands out, they're more likely to whole thing. If you're just like, hey, it's $15 an hour to clean windows, nobody's really going to care. But
Yeah.
if you mix it up, make it funny, be a human. I've always had good luck. Like when we hire one guy, we could hire three guys off of that one guy, just from your inside employees knowing people. I'm a big fan of hiring people for them and teaching them how to clean windows.
Yeah.
I've trained a lot of people with experience, and they either want 500,000 a year or they know everything. So
Yeah. I find it harder to actually retrain somebody than to train them for the first time. Like, I like to be able, like, if I'm really busy to hire somebody with experience because you can just throw them into it, but then you have to like train them your way, not their way. And sometimes that's a little bit kind of conflicting. But
it's
Window
hard to
Guys, by the
break
way, just
bad
said you birth
habits.
employees. So he's on the long term plan, like the farming plan where you have lots of kids so they all do the work. So
Yeah, I mean, he's got a great idea. Have 12 boys, and just get rich off of them.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I have a really interesting concept when it comes to hiring because just like you said, so if anybody is watching and you're looking to hiring, go on Indeed or ZipRecruiter or something and just read the job postings. They're all the exact same. Like, looking for a hard worker who's never late and doesn't smoke and has a drive. Like, why are you trying to weed people out before they even come in? You need to sell yourself. So like, everybody reads that stuff. Like, no, you don't have to tell me you're looking for a hard worker because no one ever is watching that or reading that and going, oh man, well, I'm lazy, so guess that's not going to work for me. All it does is like teach people that you're a hard butt and you're difficult to work for and all the other things that come along. You have to like really sell it, make it sound fun, tell them about all the cool things and the reasons why somebody wants to work for
Yeah, the new one I saw recently for pressure washing applications was there's a company around here, and they were hiring a gas powered squirt gun operator. Obviously, we know that's not the case, but it
you. Yeah.
catches your eye.
Yeah. Yeah. I always would put I'm looking for Superman or I'm looking for awesome or I'm looking for something just so that they like read the thing. I've had like two or three people who have not even applied. They're like, yeah, I'm like in the medical field, like this isn't even my job, but I just want to tell you how awesome your application is. And just as an interesting thing, the last resume thing that I worked on with somebody to build it together, they had 9 applicants. The last time they had posted, and they had the job posting out there for 6 weeks, 9 applicants. The last time that they did it and changed everything, they had 142 applicants over 2 weeks period. Now, maybe economy has changed and maybe things, but it's because they changed their process. Like they made it sound super amazing, and they just got a really good group of people. Because here's the thing: if I don't sound like I'm terrible to work for, maybe people want to work for me. Like if you just come in like you got to be on time, like show up or don't like nobody wants to like nobody's looking at that like that's the job for me. That guy sounds like it's just a joy to work with.
And another good thing is during that description, if at the very bottom you make it to where you say, email me this answer at this email, you can really see who read the whole thing.
Yep.
Because if they can't read the whole thing, they're probably not going to listen to you.
If they can't read I always put at the very end, whatever my subject line is. So say I'm looking for awesome. At the very bottom, I'll say, respond to this email with a subject line, I am awesome. And anybody who does not do that, I instantly delete, because if they couldn't read my resume, or they couldn't follow the directions, but if they couldn't read my job posting, I'm not going to read the resume. So clear it out. By the way, Window Guys just had a good question. He said, group interviews. Do you see anything making sense with group interviews? For me, I don't, because it's kind of a weird, awkward, like not only does somebody have to be doing an interview, which isn't comfortable anyway, but trying to do a bunch of people at one time makes it even more uncomfortable. So I don't know what your thoughts are on group interviews.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like group meetings for already employees, but yeah, no, the interview process is really not to like interrogate them on their whole life. It's kind of to know what they are as a person. So like we've had a good qualification process. If someone has a hobby that they enjoy, that they love, we've found that their work life balance is good. And I don't know, they've just been better employees. If you just wake up and you don't have anything to care about, you just don't want to
Yeah.
wake up, then you probably are not going to want to wash windows. So
Yeah, no kidding. Well, and again, jobs are jobs. Like my daughter is 16 right now, and trying to explain that, she's like, "Well, I don't think it'd be very fun to do this." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you can't." She's like, "Well, I heard that you're supposed to love what you do before you do it." And I'm like, "Yeah, but that's not really, you're taking that like nobody, if you really love fishing and you become a like if Mike Nichols, the fisher of the world, if he decided to be a charter, it would become work, and it would just turn into what he loved, not to what he loved anymore. He would just be like, this sucks. Now my fishing, which was my fun, is now work. So with all that being said, it's still going to be work. You just have to find something that you enjoy to do, not like you would choose that over anything else, but just something that you have to enjoy. So if there's people out there who really like rock climbing, well, cool. Do this because we can, work with you climbing because of this and this and this. It's just a way to kind of work it out and get people happy. So
and I don't know how you feel about this. I've always heard in your description process, like never put like the salary or the hour that they're going to get. You put up to the amount. Like I understand the idea, but I feel like that's kind of false advertising. Like you
I don't
could
like.
make 100,000 a year if you're me.
Yeah.
Like,
You will start at this price, and this is where you are after X amount, and this, because the reality of that is that somebody wants to know. You're trying to get rid of tire kickers. So if you're like, hey, the pay is $3 an hour, then you get a lot of people that just don't even apply, right? But yet you also don't want to hide that from anybody. So if you're ashamed of what you're paying, you should probably pay a little bit more. But Diamondback just said, I live in Chicago area. I've offered $20 per hour and have been turned down. I can't pay more than that without drastically increasing my prices beyond the customer's affordability. I'll play devil's advocate. You can increase your price because we're still a luxury. So you should be getting that $70, $75 a man hour. Being able to break that off means you need to work a little bit more efficiently and kind of work on some of your sales things and expenses, but you definitely could. But what you pay is going to allow you to get a little bit better of a clientele.
Yeah, I mean, I've always heard, if you hire someone for 15 bucks an hour, you're going to get 15 bucks an hour worth of work. So
Yeah,
obviously we can't pay everybody $100,000 a year, but we can be competitive and give a nice wage. So
it's tough. The saying, if you want to pay bananas, expect monkeys. It's that same concept where you do get what you get for what you pay. The other thing is how much does it suck and how much does it cost to lose somebody? Like I would
yeah,
rather not lose somebody and keep them through because they're really happy doing what they are. That might not even be pay. That may be everything else. Diamondback, if you're only focused on the pay and that's as your max, cool. Like find other things because everybody, no matter where anybody works in the entire world, they're gonna get paid. Maybe different, but they're gonna get money. So that's uniform. Okay, take that off the table. What do you offer that's not pay? Or what do you offer that would get somebody to really, really love to work with you? Right? Your team or your work environment or anything that would really set you aside from the next thing. That's what you're selling on, not just the dollar hourly.
yeah, there goes your
Right?
light.
Every time, every time.
And I'm not going to say it's not about the money because obviously people go to work to make money. That's like the main majority. But you have to have a good what's the word I'm looking for? Like work environment. Like if your dude's 5 minutes late and he rolls in the shop and Josh is out there throwing wrenches against the wall and he's like, I
Yeah,
can't believe you.
yeah.
People are not going to stick around.
You gotta have something fun. We had ping pong tournaments and our fridge was always stocked, and we had even stuff for lunches and Gatorade and waters, and we did lunch every Friday. We all met after work, and we did everything we could possibly do that wasn't even just pay related. It was just to make it like a cool environment where people would come and chill and work was done, people would still hang out, like it doesn't need to be a fun place. It's never going to be that, but it's going to be tolerable and people are going to really enjoy working there. And it's not about the money at that point.
Did you ever give bonuses for like doing 5 rounds and upsells and stuff like that?
Yeah. So we did bonuses on anything they sold. Not up 5 ups because that's something I'm paying hourly to do anyway. But they get work in, they get new jobs, they get anything like that. If they do hand out mailers and stuff at their thing, not the 5 ups, but we do like when you're in a neighborhood, just hit the neighborhood. Anything I can, just because it's a fun little challenge, when they're getting that extra thing. But we also did bonuses twice a year, just because got a busy time, a slow time, that kind of thing. So again,
Yeah.
everything you can kind of do to make that a little bit more of a nice experience.
You know what I have never heard of? It'll probably never happen, but I think it would be really cool in our industry. Is like a big company. You don't see a ton of them, but like let's say you have 10, 20 trucks. If you could take the company vehicles home, I know that's like not a thing, but like a lot of HVAC companies, you can take the company vehicle home. Plumbing
Yeah.
companies, you never really see that in window
Yeah. If you have a central location, then I don't necessarily have a huge um, perk for that. But if you don't have a location, I know a lot of guys let their employees take the cars home and trucks home then because they don't have 5 trucks sitting in front of their house or their office or whatever. Then they don't have the storage for it. So every employee gets to take it with them, and then they're just kind of pay a little bit more for gas to get them to and from work, and that's pretty much it.
cleaning. Yeah, I mean, I've had many days where like my shop's an hour from my house, so I'll drive to the shop. But my first job is by my house, so I'll go all the way back over
Uh,
there. I'll do it, and then I'm done. I got to drive back to the shop, and then I'll drive home.
that's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Wow. Anyway, if you're looking at hiring, hopefully you do it soon. Spring is coming soon. I know it's cold out and it's January, but I'm telling you, it's going to be an early spring. Made my prediction. It will be here very, very soon. So if you haven't yet, make sure to get advertising. But if you don't know Austin, he's a rep here at windowcleaner.com, as am I. If you need anything, please let us know. We would love, love, love to put orders in, love to help, and love to have an awesome relationship with you. Hopefully, you want a guy, you want a rep, and that's what we do. So let us know either way. And tomorrow we'll be again live at 2 o'clock East Coast. So we'll see you then.
See you then.